Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a fantastic day. And yeah, yet again, another filming location, hashtag nomad life, hashtag homeless at the moment. So I'm sorry that I don't have like a set area where I film videos. I kind of just have to work with what we've got right now, and that means it's gonna be pretty much different in every single video, but I guess it keeps things interesting. But anyways, today I'm just gonna be doing a little Q&A, answering your guys' questions. So it's not a real Q&A, I didn't like announce this or anything, but I noticed I was getting a lot of questions in the comments of some of my videos, so I picked a few and I'm gonna answer them today. And what I really need from you guys, so we can do more Q&As in the future and more like real-time Q&As, make sure you're following me on Twitter. Can you add me on Twitter, guys? I have like 100 followers on Twitter, so if you want to talk to me, that is the best place to reach me. So head on over there right now, you guys, and yeah, just say hello. So in the future, we can do Q&As on Twitter, and that's gonna be a lot easier. So let's get straight in to the first question. Okay, the first question comes from Kayla Weaver. She said, how do you first start saving? Do you put away 10%, dimes, or $5 bills? Or did you have another way that might be helpful as someone who has failed in this department a few times? Well, Kayla, what my husband and I did a few years ago when we first decided that we wanted to start saving money, the first thing we did was sell one of our cars for $5,000. So we had 2 cars at the time, and we decided we really want to kickstart our savings goal. So we sold one of our cars, and that got us $5,000 in cash, which we then put into a savings account, and it really got us motivated, like, yeah, we got started, like we're not starting at zero. So for us, having like that little kickstart was really just motivating. And yeah, so I would recommend the first thing that you do if you want to save money is go around your house and question everything. If you do not need it, if you do not use it, and the item has some sort of resale value, even if it's $10, $20, sell everything you can. It'll give you a nice little kickstart, and yeah, put it in a savings account, and that I think is the best way to start saving. Then once you have your little kickstart and you're in the mood, you're like, we can do this, I got this, I can hit my savings goal. The one thing that my husband and I did was make sure to pay ourselves first, and I've talked about this in another video, but it is so important that as soon as you get paid from your employer or however you're making money, put money into a savings account first before you pay your bills, before you buy anything, because if you're always waiting until all the bills are paid and you've purchased everything that you need, there will never, ever be leftover money. You need to pay yourself first and pay everything else later. And I know that sounds like a little bit fluffy, but I promise that it works, because when you make saving a priority and you're sure to do it every 2 weeks or every month or whenever you get paid, it will build up and you will find ways to afford food and rent, and you will maybe work harder, maybe you will get another job, maybe you'll pick up more hours or start questioning how you can lower your bills. That's how it worked for us. Next question is super similar, and it comes from Sophie Scott, and she says, how much of your salary do you recommend saving? 5%, 10%? What do you think should be a bare minimum? Sending love from the UK. Thank you so much, Sophie, for your comment and your question. And I think, to be honest, you asked what is the bare minimum, and I think that is the wrong kind of thinking, because it's always good when you're trying to save money to challenge yourself and just push yourself. So I never had a set percentage. I always just made sure that I was saving the absolute maximum, because it's so much more motivating when you can see, hey, I can save $500, $600, $700, $1,000 this month. So if you're only saving like 5 or 10%, and I know that there are a lot of people that advocate those kinds of percentages, because then it's kind of like you're saving, but it's not really like impacting your life. For me, saving, I needed to make it a priority. I wanted it to impact my life. I wanted to feel the pain of saving money, so I learned never to overspend again. So my husband and I, we were saving, I would say at one point, if you want to put a percentage on it, 50 to 60% of our whole income. And I know that sounds crazy, you guys, but wouldn't you rather spend a shorter amount of time hustling your butt off and saving a big percentage than constantly putting away $50, $100 here and there? I really motivate you to go out and save the absolute maximum that you can and just make do with living off of a small amount of money for a short period of time. And no, it doesn't mean you have to like live this horrible, sad life. You can make the best out of it, and you'll find ways to have fun for cheap or free. And yeah, don't do the minimum, girl. Like, do it, like, go all in. Like, save as absolutely much as you can tolerate, and yeah, you can always decide that it's a little bit too much and you can always cut back, but in my experience, I always found that I could do more, and every month it was more than the month before. So it depends on your situation, but my advice is just do as much as you can so you get it over with and you get your savings account, your emergency fund built up as fast as possible. Next question is also about money. No surprise, because I pulled all of these questions from my Saving Money video that I uploaded last, and Stephen Goggin or something like that asked, do you follow Dave Ramsey? And the answer is yes. I am a huge fan of Dave Ramsey. I've actually been to his place in Nashville. I met him, I got a picture with him. I wonder if I have it. If I have it, I will put it in here. And yeah, I love Dave Ramsey. I love almost everything that he stands for. If you guys haven't checked him out, he is such a great resource for, yeah, if you're looking to get out of debt, save money, and just take control of your financial life. He is a great resource. I definitely would recommend listening to his podcast as well as reading or listening to the audiobook of The Total Money Makeover. It's very motivating and also has practical steps that make it easy for everybody to do. So yes, I'm a big Dave Ramsey fan. Thank you for asking, Stephen. Okay, next question comes from H. Elcumber, who asks, can you please talk about how do you and your husband share your expenses? Do you spend money only on your own things and split the bills? How will things be when you have children? Okay, so we do get this question a lot, and my husband and I strongly believe that married couples, they need to do all their finances together, because just being on the same page with money when you're married is so critical. So ever since we've gotten married, I think literally like even a few days after we got married, the first thing we did was go open a joint checking account. All the money went together, and all the money has stayed together ever since then. So when we were working, both of the paychecks were going into the same account, and the bills would just get paid out of there. There was no division of bills, like you pay the electricity, I pay the water. That just doesn't make sense to me. As a married couple, you need to do everything together. So if I would go buy clothes or something like that, my husband wouldn't be like, oh, you have to spend your money on clothes. Like, everything was done together. We made all those sorts of decisions together. Everything that we bought, we like to consolidate. What is the word? We'd like to
talk to each other before.
I can't think of the word, but we would talk to each other before we'd make a big purchase. My husband wouldn't just run out and spend $1,000 on camera without talking to me first, because it's not just his money, it's our money, and it doesn't matter if he earned it, if he went out and worked for it. It doesn't make it his money because we're married, so we share everything. And maybe that is a little bit old school. I know that there are some married couples that like to keep things separate even after they get married, but for us that does not work, because all the money that comes in, it doesn't matter if I worked for it and earned it or if Matthias worked for it and earned it. It is our money because we're married, and that's just how we think things should work. And I also want to make the point here that if you're thinking about getting married, or if you're in a relationship, or if you're engaged, please make sure that you are on the same page about money before you get married, because if you're a very frugal person and you marry somebody who is a big spender and is not willing to change, that's definitely going to be a huge point of conflict in your marriage. And I think those kinds of things, they just cannot be ignored. It can totally be a deal breaker if you're not on the same page, or if you're not, like, I don't know, have the same philosophy, principle about money. Very important. So we have never ever divided things like, Sarah, if you want to go buy makeup, you better be spending your money on that. It doesn't work like that. In fact, almost for the past year, I have not been working. Matthias was the only one working and earning money, and he never like held that against me or said like, hey, that's my money, it's our money. I know I've said it so many times, but that's how it works. It's our money. It doesn't matter who went and earned it. And right now, neither of us are working, so we very much have to work together to watch our finances and make sure that our savings account does not go down very quickly. So we make very thoughtful purchases, and yeah, it's a team effort. And as far as when we have children, I'm not sure if you mean like splitting up expenses when we have children, or how we're going to teach our children about money, but I can touch on that quickly. Matthias and I definitely have talked about, like, when we have kids, it's very important to us that we teach them about money at a young age, like learning the value of money, and that money comes from work, and that work is not a bad thing, and that you know, should be frugal. You should spend less than you earn. I know that sounds very obvious, but I don't know the statistic, but I know there's a large percentage of Americans that spend far more than they earn every single month. So basically just teaching common sense principles, like you need to save your money, spend your money, and give back to people that need your help when you see it fit. That's the kind of things that we want to teach our kids. And we definitely have talked about homeschooling because we just feel like, I don't know, traditional school leaves out a lot of things that we think are really important to be successful in today's economy, world, all that kind of stuff. Okay, 2 more questions and we'll end this video on a lighter note. So, Mariah Mornsey asked, where did you get your glasses? The glasses in my last video I got from Firmoo.com. They were sent to me for free as PR, but definitely I want to order more from there because they have super affordable glasses, and I mean really affordable, you guys, like $20, $30 for frames and like $10 extra for the lenses. Very affordable glasses, and I was super impressed with the quality of the lenses, so 100% I will be ordering from there again. So check out Firmoo.com if you liked my glasses. In the last video, they have a lot of cute trendy frames at amazing prices. And yeah, not sponsored, I just like that website. It's good. Okay, last question comes from Kalia Willis, who asked, are you from America? I hear a bit of an accent. And I did reply to her comment, but this is a common question, so I thought I would address it. I am American. I was born and raised in Wisconsin. I lived there for the first 17 years of my life, so if you hear like a strange northern accent, like, I don't know, Wisconsin, like, I don't know, sometimes I say the A is funny, apparently, bag, clog, things like that. That part is from me growing up in Wisconsin and living there for 17 years. And yeah, then when I was 17, I moved to Switzerland and I lived here for 4 years. So maybe I have a little bit of like a German accent. Sometimes I say the TH funny. I know I have a few weird quirks that I've picked up. Also, just being married to somebody from Switzerland and talking to him 24/7, I think I pick up some of his strange things. So if you hear a little bit of an accent, it's some sort of combination of those factors. So that concludes today's like Q&A. It's not a real Q&A like I said, but if we want to do a real Q&A with like real-time questions, you guys follow me on Twitter. I really want to see you over there. I want to get more of you guys on there so we can all hang out and talk together 24/7 because I'm on there all the time. And if you like today's video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you are not already. I love you guys so much. And comment a question in the comment section. Can we do that? I need more questions. I want to interact with you guys. I want to know what you guys want to know. And yeah, I love you so much, and I'll see you very soon in the next video. Bye!